We all love the open. And Dominique is here, and this is that moment in the show where I will ask him a series of hard-hitting, provocative questions, and he will answer them whether he's ready to or not. Here we go. Dominique, if Kansas City beats Houston on Saturday, which team should their fans be rooting for on Sunday, Baltimore or Buffalo?
So they beat the Ravens this season, and they lost to the Bills. But they should be rooting for the Bills. I think the Bills, though they won, are closer to a one-dimensional team than the Ravens. The Ravens have multiple ways to beat you, and I think they present more offensive problems and a better defense, especially now that they've made some changes with their linebackers and their safeties. So I think if they're looking for an easier path, it'd be the Bills over the Ravens.
They beat Baltimore by an inch. We all remember the season opener. Isaiah Likely's toe was just out of bounds. I'm looking at everybody's face to see if I think that they agree or not. Jeff, which team would you give what we're really asking is, who has a better chance to knock off Kansas City in their building? The Bills or the Ravens?
The Ravens have a better chance to knock them off, in my opinion. And I love the Bills, but it would be another miracle performance from Josh Allen to do it.
Anybody else think so? I mean, I feel like Josh always plays them very well.
I'm not with the guys on that one. Because what we have been talking about all year is that Lamar has to show up in the playoffs. We haven't seen that. We've been praising Josh Allen for his playoff performances. I think if you're the Bills, if you're Josh Allen, if you get through Lamar Jackson, right, who you already feel like, I'm the MVP, not him, I think that team goes into Arrowhead feeling a little differently.
They could lose to either team for sure, but I think the Chiefs' ability to run the football is compromised against the Ravens in a way that I think it's not against.
Quick final one, Hawk.
It's a toss-up. It's 50-50. I would say if I'm the Chiefs, I'd rather play the Ravens.
Okay,
so
fair enough. So we're split down the middle. Next question for Dominique. Which quarterback do you have more trust in to engineer a game-winning drive if he needs to? Jayden Daniels?
Oh, come on.
Jared Goff?
Come on.
Jayden Daniels. Give me the rookie.
Yes, dude.
He's wearing his little commander pants.
I'm a Jared Goff supporter.
My man was on Pappy Sacrament last night or something. I don't know what's going down. What happened to you?
I had a little bit of the blood. I had a little sip of the blood. It's all right. But I still think that my opinion is right. Like, I think Jared Goff is incredible, and I don't mean this as disrespect to Jared Goff. But we've seen one season from Jayden Daniels, and he's been the best fourth quarter and comeback quarterback that we've had.
The man is dressed like a commander, first of all, okay? He's dressed like a commander.
I live in D.C. I want to be able to go home. I want to be able to go home.
Let's make one thing very clear for those who don't know the statistic. The Washington Commanders this year, including the playoff game last week, won six games in which their winning score came either in the final 10 seconds of regulation or overtime.
I'll give you another one. Jayden Daniels, 5 go-ahead touchdown passes in the fourth or overtime, most in NFL history by a rookie. I'm with you.
Yeah, okay. I'm with him.
Yeah, you alone, Jeff.
Wait, give me a shot of Jeff. Give me a nice camera shot on Jeff here, if we can. Yeah, exactly right. That's what he was doing, Jeff.
That was it.
Chicken. Okay, one more. Here's our last one. Let's live in a world where the Rams this Sunday slow down Saquon Barkley. They've shut him down. And this game becomes a question of Jalen Hurts needing to win it with his arm. Does he do it?
Yeah, I think he does. Those receivers are incredible. That tight end pushed a defensive back into next week and scored a touchdown. Like, the help is there. The offensive line will protect him, and that defense is great. Even if if they stop the run, I don't see a situation where you're asking Jalen Hurts to score 45 points to 35 points. It's going to be a low-scoring game, and I think Jalen Hurts, with the talent around him, has the ability to score enough with his arm because the way that they are going to have to stop Saquon Barkley in that offensive line, they're going to have to put 6, 7, 8, 9 men in the box.
Yes, and you're going to have to be man-to-man on the outside.
I mean, if the quarterback can't be effective in that situation when you got one-on-one with A.J. Brown, then...
So, Hawk, we have played at different times here on this show a game called Something or Nothing. I've been waiting to get a receiver in here to ask this question. A.J. Brown reading a book on the sideline in the middle of a playoff game. Is that something or is it nothing?
That's something, Greeny. I'm sorry. I wanted to make it no big deal. It is something. Anytime you have something that you've never seen before, it can't be nothing. Like it's impossible.
Yes.
It's impossible for those two things to be true. Now, Do I believe it's something positive? Yes. Because if that is A.J. Brown keeping his emotions in check, keeping his mentality in check, and he has to use a book to do it, so be it. You're not breaking the rules. You have whatever you need to get to then, get there.
Yeah.
And they are sitting there like nothing. They're
Nothing.
like, okay.
Well, I mean, do you have anything like this? Did your teams ever do anything?
Well, I've heard stories. I mean, people do a bunch of things, as Coach Sirianni pointed out. When we were in Cleveland, we had a breathing coach.
This is unbelievable.
And at some point,
what was it not obvious your team
we
was
had a
breathing?
consultant come in and talk about the importance of your breath throughout the game and on the sideline, and we went through a series of workshops.
Quick question.
What was the record that
What was
season?
your record
What was
that
the record
year?
that season?
It would have been, at that time, I think we went 1-15 that season.
A lot of heavy breathing.
They might have been coming to check if we were breathing. It might have been a doctor. Now that I think about it, it might have just been. Yeah. Those were physicals, actually. I'm sorry.
One of the others.
It was just checking.
Mid-season
Breathing,
physicals.
heartbeat, we're not sure.
Like we think Hawk might have died in week 3.
Okay.
No,
Let's try and get back, if I can.
I'm sorry you went through that, bro. I'm sorry you went through that. That's tough, man. Don't you wish you'd have known about the one game, Greedy? Yeah. One game. That ain't right. That's not right.
I would love to have been the reporter who was asking questions about the breathing specialist.
You
on
wouldn't
the
have been,
sideline.
Greedy.
All kidding aside, like, is this nothing? I mean, the fact that A.J. Brown, I mean, he's reading a book. I mean, they're going to make it nothing because it's nothing and they win. Does it suggest? No, nothing.
Nothing.
It is weird they're winning, though. They're winning. It's a playoff game, and you're just.
Here's the deal. If that's what he's doing to keep himself in a space where he's not ripping at the quarterback or yelling or whatever you got to do to be positive and stay positive, you're going to allow them to do it. To his point, and all joking aside, every team has sports psychologists who are interviewing these guys and talking to these guys. Everybody is trying to make sure that we stay kumbaya game time. If that helps them win, roll with it.
There's some guys that are on the roster in part because they can play football and in part because the one dude on the team that nobody can talk to, he can talk to him. Like football is an unusual game, and we play with some unusual guys. And if the worst thing he got to do is read a book, thank you, because I've been with some guys that had to do a lot worse.
I was going to say.
I can tell you some stories. Let's go to commercial, Green. I got
These flashback
plays like that, because they want to be physical with the smaller linebackers of the Bills. I think we should expect to see a lot of things like that from the Ravens this weekend.
I mean, you're joking, saying like you shouldn't be allowed and you hate it, but literally, like, what do you do? Because we see Derrick Henry do that to guys all the time. So even when you're prepared for it, what's the answer?
I mean, get low. I don't know. I hesitate to make it seem like it's so easy, but like, how many times you got to see somebody get punched in the face before you get low? We saw it happen far too many times in Derrick Henry's career. Go get those big legs and wrap them up, and then you gator roll. You got to gator roll. Don't let that man punch you in the face.
Yeah, I mean, we'll put it on you and make you have the answer, because clearly nobody does. 2 of the 3 direct snaps that he had resulted in a touchdown in their win against Pittsburgh. As for the Bills, Nick, what's the biggest area of improvement they need after their Week 4 loss?
Yeah, I think explosive plays. The Bills I think their offense is a good offense, and it's a physical offense. But the Ravens, I think, are built to stop a rushing attack that the Bills want to be built on. So they're going to find a way to get big chunks and score points early. That was the problem in their last game against the Ravens. They got behind really early, which made them one-dimensional. And this team, despite the fact that they have a great quarterback, they want to be able to run the ball, which is what they did last week against the Broncos. And I think they're going to need to score with the Ravens early and have explosive plays in order to do so.
Here's what we're also forgetting, though, Neek. The Bills roster looked a lot different in that Week 4 game. They were down 3 key defensive starters, including Matt Milano and Taron Johnson. And guess what? Amari Cooper wasn't even a Bill at the time. So these teams in this matchup will look a lot different.
Good point. 35-10 was the final in that one, but we will see what happens. Much more on the line in the roster, as she pointed out, looking.
They're making us fight for it. Keep at them.
Oh.
King Aries right there. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. All right, he got you. Get him, Tristan. Fuck him up. Tell him to fuck him up.
10 seconds.
Gonna be a hit marker. It's silenced. Let's go. What are you doing? What are you doing? He could have had that. He could have had that. He literally sat there.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know why.
He could have killed you so easy. He made that easy for us.
Trash cans, dude.
That was probably the 1 and 8, dude.
Probably was.
Hey, do you think it's a good thing Madeline and I broke up?
Yeah, 100%.
For some reason, I can't stop like thinking about it. Like she was like a good person, but like I don't think us as a relationship was good.
She cheated on you, dude.
I know, but I mean like I kind of see like why, because like I was kind of shitty to her in like the aspect where I was like she was trying to have sex and I was kind of like just like you can. Yeah, she cheated on me twice. She cheated on me twice. How can I say that?
Are you like unless you're like beating her? No, there's no like. No
Yeah,
valid
like,
excuse.
I was a good person. I mean, just because we didn't have sex.
Hostiles in the area. I've got you. Enemy attack operation. Bring it down.
Thanks, sorry guys.
No!
Leave?
And they'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Smith escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.